Do you think we should incorporate global issues in the classroom?
Yes, because as students, we need to know what is happening in the world so we can research and address it appropriately.
Do you think everyone deserves adequate health care?
Yes, everyone deserves adequate health care because we live in a generation where, because of advanced technology, everybody just deserves it.
How can you represent yourself as a global citizen?
By being aware of my own biases, by being aware of my own upbringing, so I don't push it or influence it onto others around me.
What are the aspects that define the culture?
A person's upbringing in their own personal experience and their own knowledge of what they know and also what they have learned in language.
How does migration affect culture?
Migration affects culture because as other people are moving from other countries and as people are moving from other countries, they are bringing their own ideas and their own customs and their own culture into that country, which is infused with what people already know.
Do you think there would be a universal shared culture?
I think we're already living in a world where there's already a universal shared culture because of the advances in technology. We are able to know what is happening around us.
Have you visited a country that didn't speak your language?
I've not visited a country that did not speak my language. However, because of my background, my professional background, I do work with people, I do work with children that their first language is not English. So I have to be mindful of how I approach my teaching.
Countries should work together towards increasing the exchange of international students.
Yes, because as students leave their own comfort zone, their own culture and their own experiences, and they go into other cultures and other experiences, they are able to know and see how other people live their life, so that when they come back to their own country, they are able to be aware of issues and their surroundings globally.
What is your opinion on international students?
I believe having international students is a good option for students, especially students that are looking into fields that has to do with education, that has to do with the medical field, and that has to do with public health.
Do you think there should be an exchange program between two different countries?
Yes.
If yes, why? If no, why not?
I think that there should be an exchange program between two students because, like I said before, as students go into other countries, they are able to know other cultures and other experiences, so that when they come back to their own homeland, they have a different perspective. They have a global perspective in their thinking and how to solve problems and in their research.
What responsibility does the U.S. have in preventing diseases in developing nations?
Well, because the U.S. is a developed country, I believe that they may not have the sole responsibility, but this is why international exchange programs are good, because as students are going into other countries, they are able, especially underdeveloped countries or third world countries, they are able to apply the knowledge that they are requiring educationally into the other countries and apply the research, so that when they come back, they can do more research in solving those problems.
Do you think we have the necessary equipment and medications for these countries?
We may not. I'm not sure about that. We may or we may not, but we can teach them, and also we can research other methods that they are already using in those countries and apply it to them.
What do you think about the U.S. pulling out of the Paris Agreement on climate change?
I don't particularly think I have any opinion on that.
Is this an issue that affects us all?
Yes, global warming, climate issue is an issue that affects us all because, like I said before, we live in a global society.
Do you think the ability to feel empathy for people on a global scale is necessary in every profession? Why?
It is necessary because if you are in public health and if you even meet somebody in the country that you live, or if you go to another country, if you don't have empathy for them, if you cannot put yourself in the experience, in the issue that they're experiencing, how will you cannot effectively address the needs of those people.
How would you define global learning?
how do I define global learning? Global learning is when you are able to incorporate your own culture and being aware of your own biases, but also knowing that every country and every aspect are able to every country have their own way of addressing issues, so that you are able to do the same.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.